Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. I'm Sheree. If you are new, welcome. In today's video, it's going to be a surgical tech video. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to gown and glove yourselves and how to gown and glove a team member. The only issue is that I have only one gown here, so I'm going to have to rewrap it to show you guys how to gown a team member, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. And I don't have the actual wrapper that the gown came in, but I do have it wrapped in a blue towel the exact same way. It's wrapped into like the blue wrapper that gowns come in. So we're gonna jump right into this video. I'm gonna show you guys first thing how to like open up your gown on your mayo stand so that you can get ready to gown and glove yourself. So we're gonna pretend that the surface is a mayo stand. So my gown is placed here. So gown is placed here. Now each gown has 4 little flaps that you're going to open. So the first one that's out here, and then there's 2 on the sides and 1 on the bottom. So when you have it down on your mayo stand, what's going to happen is you're going to go ahead, and this is exactly the way how you're going to open any single blue wrapper of any packaging that you want to open when you're opening either lap pads to throw on your table, towels, like anything that's in a wrapper is usually this sequence that it's wrapped in. So we have our gown on our mayo stand. The first flap always goes away from you. So you're gonna start opening the wrapper by taking this first flap away from you. So if you have it like that, you're opening it away. So if it's on the table and it's the diamond's facing you, you're gonna open this first flap away from you. Then you're going to go ahead with the second flap on the side, and it's going to come out just like that. And then the third flap is going to open up this way, and then the final flap always comes towards you. And so now you have an open gown, and now you have an open sterile field. And now since this is all sterile, you want to go and make sure that when you're opening your gown, you want to make sure that your mayo stand, like you open a lot of that paper over to like the front of the mayo stand or all the edges, so that if you do open your gloves a little bit too wide, there's enough blue wrapper to keep it from being contaminated. So you want to get all the corners of your mayo stand kind of covered as much as you can, so that if your glove falls off a little too wide, it's still covered by the blue wrapper. So now to open your gloves, so I'm a size, I usually do either 7, 6.5. Some days I feel way more comfortable in like double 6.5. Some days I can even go 6.5, 6. Now, a lot of gloves, usually a lot of places, they have a darker glove on the bottom, which is your bigger size glove, and then a lighter glove on top. So I think these are brown gloves that I have for my under gloves for a 6.5. I'm gonna save the 7s for Daniel because I think he's gonna be helping me with, I can gown him, and I think the 7s will fit him better. So I'm gonna open the 6.5s. Now the 6.5, like I said, I choose a brown color on bottom, and then your lighter color and your smaller gloves goes on top. So I'm gonna do both 6.5s. Actually, I do have a 6, so I can open a 6. Now when you open gloves, if you see here on the wrapper, you have about 2 inches on the wrapper that you can have space to play around with because it's not sterile. But once you go ahead and open, if you see that little line from the glove, this below that is sterile. So you want to make sure that when you're opening your gloves, your fingers stay above that line when you start to open the package. So if you are opening your gloves for someone that is sterile, you would go ahead and open your gloves like that so that they can grab it, so that a sterile person can grab it. And that's like really important. So that's something you'll teach the med students when they come in. You'll teach them how to open their gloves to you just like that. So if you place the package onto your the back of your hand, or I guess this is the front of the hand, so like on the palm, and grab, and then you're placing the other hand like that, and you're going to pull down and then pop open. So that's one way to do it. The other way that you can do it is open it like that. So over the field, and just pop it open and back away. Now I have both my gloves open, so you're gonna go and scrub, you're gonna come back, and it's time to put your gown on. So when you come in and you want to grab your gown, you're gonna try to grab it like a book and by the bends of a book, basically. So try not to grab anywhere near like the gloves, because if your hands touch the gloves, then they're contaminated. So you're gonna go ahead and grab the side that's clearly away from the gloves. So I'm gonna grab it just like that, and a nice firm grip on it so I can just pull it away. So this is kind of like a book. So when you open it like that, always the closed end of the book goes towards you when you're gowning yourself. There's like the shoulder pockets are right here, like where your hands are going to go into. So when you hold it like that towards yourself, your hands kind of go in, you hold and secure. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings. Pop it open, give it like a nice little shake, and then get it on yourself. Be careful not to swing your arms out because something might be there and then you're going to contaminate yourself. And then like obviously your circulator, sometimes your circulator is not going to be in your room. So I would just go ahead and try to use your arms to kind of keep the gown up from falling down. And then the most important part of gowning yourself is to keep your hands behind, keep your fingers behind this white piece. Like your fingers never come out of this white piece. Your fingers come out, then your gown is completely contaminated. So what I do, if you look, there is like a little line on the white piece. I keep my fingers right there and I kind of grab, and that's how you're gonna grab your gloves. Because you wanna get like a nice little hold on your gloves. So right between this little line that you see on the white piece and the blue piece. So go ahead and like kind of do that like a puppet basically, and that's how you're going to grab your gloves. So again, just use your arms to kind of hold on the inside of the gown to hold it up and keep it from falling down. So I'm going to move over to my table, and again, your gown is sterile but your mail stand is still not sterile. So don't go like that because then you're going to contaminate your gown, and don't like go close to your mail stand or whatever area you're dressing yourself from. So go like so keep away like 7 inches or so. And then I'm going to grab the glove that I need. Again, my fingers are not coming out of that white. And I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to open up that glove. And one of the easiest way for me to put my gloves on is to flip them. So when they're like that, you have the right and you have the left. I go ahead and I flip them. Don't ask me why, it's just easier for me. So I flip my gloves because it's easier for me to put on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open the right side because that's the one that I want to put on first. I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to grab my right glove just like that. Take my right hand and I'm going to grab the ends of the glove, and you're going to open it, basically just plop it over the white of your hand. And then if you're feeling a little like you don't have enough room, the first thing you want to do is go ahead and pull your gown back so that all that white will come back and it doesn't feel all bundled up. And you can use the blue of your gown to fix your fingers, but just don't touch with too much of the white. It's like this glove is kind of small for me, but so your fingers will get stuck. It's like, especially when you've scrubbed and your hands are probably still a little wet, it's a little hard, but this is the easier way for me to put my gloves on. So I've got one hand on, so now I can go in with my right hand for my left glove. And again, I'm grabbing the left with my right. And the same way I did that other hand, we're just gonna fold it over like that. And because there's so much of the white piece of the gown in, you have to go ahead and pull your gown back so that your fingers can actually come out. And then because your hands, you're now all sterile, you can just go ahead and touch this other blue glove. And so I'm just going to leave that there, grab the white glove. And again, this one you can do whatever because you're all sterile now, but I still just flip them because it's just easier for me. So I'm going to show you guys the way to do it if you don't flip your gloves. I haven't done this way in a really long time. But if you open them up, each glove also is marked right, left. So I'm going to grab my right glove. And the way how, this is why I flip it, because you're going to have to flip it on your hand regardless. So if you're leaving them just upright and not flipping the glove, you have to pick it up and then flip it. Like you have to do that. You have to place it on your hand like that in order to flip it. So I just flip the glove in the package because you're gonna have to flip it on your hand anyways. But because these are your second pairs, you can also just go ahead, unravel it, and just put it on much easier way. So again, just pull them out, and at that point you can pull them, put them on. All right, so now that I'm all tied up in the back, the next piece that you want to do, which is also a very important piece, is to spin. So there's two of these little strip strings attached here. There's two little ties on the card. I broke this one, I'm sorry. But so you're going to take the one that's closer to your left hand. So you're going to pull this one out and hold on to it. Make sure it doesn't fall, because if it falls, then it's now contaminated. And if it does fall, that's fine. You just can't tie yourself. You have to let your circulator tie you. So just go ahead and drop this hand and they'll just get you from the back. So I'm still holding on to this, and I'm going to give this side. So the purple is like, this is sterile, but your circulator isn't sterile. So make sure they grab where it says assistant grasp here. It literally says it on the card. So let them grab this white piece here, but not the purple. So just grab this whole thing. Hold on. All right. So grab it, and then I'm going to spin, and then I'm going to grab that from him and tie myself in. And that's pretty much how you gown and glove yourself. I'm terrible at explaining things, and I probably shouldn't do these videos, but it's okay. I hope you guys get the whole idea of how to gown yourself. It's like pretty, this is something that's going to be second nature to you because you're going to be doing this every time. I will always suggest that you bring home, gowns and gloves, because practice makes perfect, and the more practice you do, the more you do it, the more efficient you become at gowning and gloving yourself. It's going to take a while. I still fumble sometimes with my gloves and stuff, especially if someone's like watching me or some shit. I'm still fumbling, but it does take a while, so just practice and keep on practicing. Now I'm going to show you how to gown someone else. So I'm just going to so I can just show you how to, I don't want to rip this gown because I'm going to use it to show you how to gown someone else. So I'm not going to rip it off me to show you guys how to remove your gown and gloves. So I'm just going to take these off. So just wanted to put this disclaimer out there that obviously I would be gowned and gloved in order to be able to help and assist a team member with gowning and gloving, but because I only had one gown at home, I wasn't able to keep it on to show you guys how to gown and glove a team member. So let's just pretend that I am sterile, and let's just get on with this. Alright, so to prepare your gown, your gloves to gown someone else, you always want to go ahead and just open them up on your back table. So your the glove that they're going to put on first is going to be like their larger size. So put that on top of your white. So like if you're doing brown, green, or white, whatever, usually just put that on top. I wasn't able to get the gown folded back, but basically, so just hold your arms out like that. So pretty much the gown is going to be like this. you're gonna unfold that book just like how you were gowning yourself. So remember how I told you guys that book, the closed book goes towards you when you're gowning? Well, when you're gowning them, you just flip it around, open it out, and make sure that, back up a bit. So when you open up, back up a little bit. When you open the gown up, always make sure that you protect your hands. So do a little fold like that, and make sure that your hands are like protected, so that when they put your hands up, when you go to gown them, you're not like that, and then your hand touches their bare hands, because then you're going to be contaminated. So just do a little cuff like that and hide your fingers. I don't know if you guys can see. Like that, and just hide your little fingers. Come forward. So their arms are going to be stretched out like that. Open it up, give it a little shake, and they're going to help you. So find the arms. Find the arms. You see the arms. Push your hand in. Keep your hands up. Why are you so nervous? Oh my god. Come on. You're so stupid. So, you're putting on a coat. Get your hands in. Put your hands in. So just like that, and then just shimmy it up to, don't do that. Jesus Christ. Don't do that. Give it again. You're gonna keep your hands straight up.
Okay.
Don't put them down and don't put them wide. So just lower them at like an angle so you can help yourself. Okay, so go ahead, put your hands in. You're gonna put it up to their shoulder, step away. Now what you're gonna do, so when you're gowning someone, their fingers can come out of the white part because they need to have their fingers to be able to get into the glove. So take your right hand, so always go right then left. So take your right hand, use your left hand. This is your left hand. So use your left. Pull back against the gown a bit and get your fingers out a little bit more, just like that. And now kind of spread them. Okay. So now he's ready to be gloved. So I'm going to take the right pair of gloves. You're going to go ahead and put your hand into the gown, into the glove. So make sure your hands are like spread apart like that so that they don't touch your fingers on the way in. So make sure you have some of the glove protecting your fingers so that when they push their hands in, they don't contaminate your fingers because, you know, their fingers aren't covered. So for the left glove, what they can do to help is that now they can take their right hand and they're kind of go like this and cuff it. Right. So usually they'll have their hand like that, and I'll go ahead and put one cuff over and stretch it out and do the same thing. So pull back. There you go. And just go ahead and put your hand in. Yeah, and they can, like, at that point, they can take their hand away and they can fix their fingers in the gloves. Yeah, so at that point, you can go ahead and fix your fingers. So first glove is on. And then for the next one's much easier because, again, right hand. Okay, this probably definitely won't fit him. Down in someone, don't allow them to go all the way down because below the waist is not sterile. So for the left hand, again, they can do that cuff thing to help me. Pull over and put your hands in. They're not going in at that point. I can leave them. They can go ahead and adjust the glove to fit them and make sure that it's nice and on their hand. And the circulator obviously goes in the back and go ahead and ties them up. And then at that point, again, they'll do the same thing with the tag. They can give me the tag. Don't drop your hands. So once you're gowned and gloved, you keep your hands above waist. So go like that. Okay. Med students are probably scared of me at this point. And that's basically how you stand once you're gown and glove, because if you drop your hands below waist, you're contaminated. Okay, so keep your hands above waist. It's kind of annoying. Your arms will start hurting at some point if you're not used to it, but over time your body gets used to it, and it's going to be like second nature. Sometimes when I'm not even in the OR, I'm standing out and I'm like that because I'm so used to just doing this. But that's gonna be like second nature to just keep your hands above waist. And that's pretty much how you gown and glove someone and how you gowned yourself. Really hope that this it was helpful. I'm really terrible at explaining things, but hopefully seeing it being done is a little bit easier than how I explained it. But yeah, if you guys have any more video suggestions that you guys want me to show you, I'm happy to do them. I'm off orientation as of this week, so I should be able to like pop into like MTORs and like do a lot of videos probably at work for you guys. So just let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to just do any more videos and whatever you guys want to see or have me sit down and talk about. I'm happy to do that. Really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Again, follow me on my social medias at Life with Sheree and Fitness with Sheree to check in and see what I'm up to. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.